PhpStorm just announced that you can now manage and troubleshoot your Laravel Cloud deployments right from within the IDE. So as a first look, let's get this installed and check it out and just see how it works and kind of give it a run through. So I've got an example PhpStorm project open here, and all I have to do is, if you have these little tool windows on the left side, you can just click Laravel there and that'll open it up. Or you can do Shift, which is kind of the find anywhere. Type in Laravel and you can see it right there. Or you can go up to the top to the view menu and then go down and find it that way. So now that it starts up, we see the first thing we have the dashboard. You can refresh data, start server, migrate database. These are all local commands, the best I can tell here. But then also it says this is an early preview, so it will change in the future or probably get better as time goes on. You can see your local errors here, which I have none right now in this project. And then the Laravel Cloud tab. What you do is you go to the Laravel Cloud, go to your account, set up a new API key, and then you just add it here and it automatically starts pulling it down. So that's pretty neat. You can see right here, we've got it. The environment is running. It is freshly deployed. You can see the deployment log. You can see sort of the URL that it gives you, any environmental variables, which this one only has an app key and it is hidden. So that's good, especially for the screencast. So now let's give it a go and see if we can make it fail maybe. So I'm going to do the shift again, and let's just go to the web file. This is basically just a placeholder app, so there's nothing here. I'm going to remove that semicolon. So in theory, this should fail. So let's open the terminal window. We're going to say git commit -am whip. And then we're going to push that. All right, it is pushing. So now let's switch over to the Laravel tab and we can watch it running in real time. You can see the build is queued. Build is running. This only usually takes a few seconds. This app itself is just basically a standalone Laravel app, so there's nothing like crazy behind the scenes that's going to be running here or anything. All right, now we've got a build failed. So let's look at the deployment log, and we can see it says, basically if we scroll to the bottom, in web.php, line 7, syntax error, unexpected identifier route. And of course, we know this is going to error because we removed the semicolon up there. One of the cool new features is PhpStorm said you can actually integrate with the AI and let it fix stuff for you, or at least tell you what's wrong. So let's see if we can open the AI assistant. And we will create a new chat. And let's just see what happens here. The Laravel Cloud deployment failed. Why? And can you fix it? All right, let's see how this works. I've actually not used the AI assistant very much in PhpStorm. So I'm quite curious, how this works. This is sort of kind of a real-time test of it. It came back pretty quick, and it says, because the routes web has a PHP syntax error, a missing semicolon. Okay. All we have to do, I believe now, is click apply. And boom, it has fixed it. So that's simple, right? So now let's go to git diff, and we can see it did fix it. And then all I have to do is git commit this, and we will git push it. And while that's going on, of course, it's going to do a brand new deployment. And you can see now it's running again. It'll go through the whole steps. It'll start running. Okay, it is now deployed. You can see the full deployment log over here. No errors, no issues, and that is pretty sweet. And it looks like this actually monitors. So if you're on a team and somebody else pushes a deploy, you can actually see what's being deployed at the moment. That's handy because Laravel Cloud, it kind of pulls everything down and then swaps stuff over. I'm not exactly sure how it works behind the scenes, but all I know is you have zero downtime. And sometimes the deployments can take a little time and you're like, well, what's going on? So then you have to go to the cloud.laravel.com dashboard, kind of watch the deployment that way. So this is super handy because it's all just right in line here. So I can't think of anything else that is sort of really missing from here. Maybe you would want to do a little bit more with the Laravel Cloud API within PhpStorm, but that's not something I personally do. I think this is great, just sort of a highlight and an overview of what's being deployed and what's going on the cloud side. So overall, for this being the first version, I think it's pretty great. And I think it'll be, as time goes on, they start adding more features and things like that. I think this will be really powerful. So go check this out. Like I said, it's part of the Laravel Idea plugin, which is totally free now. You just have to make sure you're on the latest version of PhpStorm and the latest version of that package. So go try that out. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. What do you think would be useful that would help your workflow and make it easier for you? I'd love to hear it. Thanks, and I hope you have a wonderful day.